It's the National Football League on EA Sports, and we'll play host to a battle between conferences. It's the Bears and the Texans under the lights on Sunday night.
So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by their quarterback, a second-round pick back in April's draft.
And as we begin week 2 in the NFL, he was truly one of the top stories around the league. What a debut. Didn't look phased at all, handled everything with poise and grace, and played through in a big way. I can't wait to see what the defenses throw at him this week and see how he adjusts.
First carry for DeAndre Swift. And shedding the tackle, and now some room. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. Hey, look at the defense for these Texans. They come into this one 9th in the NFL against the run.
Now if they could just get their pass defense in line, this unit would be really, really strong. And remember the conversation with the defensive coordinator? He wants them to rush the passer better. He wants to see the quarterback on the ground. They've got to create some sacks.
And he said it starts early and often. We'll see if they can get to him. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 23 yards the pickup there. A nice throw right there. And Charles, this is game number 2 in the NFL for this young rookie. His guys getting the victory last week, and he played pretty well by most accounts. Curious, what did you see?
I saw something similar to what you described, Brandon, because I saw a guy who looked the part, a guy who was in command, not just with the touchdown passes, but definitely looked to be in control of the offense as well. And you and I both know that's often uncommon for a rookie quarterback.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. They're going to look to throw. He'll get this to the longtime Charger. It's Keenan Allen. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 30. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. He had the start to a season a week ago that everybody wants to have. NFC Offensive Player of the Week. Can he do it a second time?
He can. He absolutely positively can because of his skill set. When people adjust to him, he has a great ability to adjust himself and make them continue to chase him throughout the game.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. Unable to corral him. He fights through. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 12 more yards there and another first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
A pass complete to Odunze.
Ineligible receiver downfield. Offense.
So he gets too far beyond the line, and that's an easy call for the official.
Still first down.
They'll look to throw here. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. The Bears 1-0 on the year following the win in week 1. And they were able to take care of business in front of the home crowd last week.
Yeah, it's always nice to get that opener at home, but now things get a little bit tougher. The good thing for them, though, is they take a little extra confidence with them.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Keenan Allen. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bears will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. They scored the most points of anyone on opening weekend, and now first quarter touchdown here.
And while there's no guarantee that all the points they scored in opening weekend are going to hold up and be the average all year long, they're certainly starting to set that type of a pace. And what you do with that is you put in the heads of all.
Their quarterback in this offense heading back out to the field. He found Keenan Allen for the touchdown pass the last time they had it. And they'll start again. 1st and 10 here. They'll start on the ground with Swift. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That good for 22 and a first down. 7-7, our score after one. The Bears with the football. We get set to begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. They will run straight ahead with Swift. Shedding through the defense. And he's got this down to the 35. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Once again, it's Swift. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 58 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Swift going to try up the middle. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Oh, able to avoid him. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Partner, there are strong running plays, and then there are plays where you simply outclass the defense, and we saw the latter there. They ran straight up the heart of that front for an excellent gain and 1st down. Simply put, you've got to put up more of a fight defending the middle. Otherwise, this is going to be a long game.
2 minutes gone by, 2nd quarter. Here's Swift. Down at the 2. Broke through first contact, but ultimately stopped shy of the goal line. 5 yards, a good run there, and now 2nd and goal.
That's good hard running right there on 1st and goal. That gets him down to the 2 and puts a lot more pressure on that defense.
Swift will score. Touchdown, Chicago.
Well, he'd been the workhorse on this drive, and it would have been unfair to bring someone else in to finish the job. So they go back to him again, and he delivers with a touchdown run.
So here are the Bears to take over on offense. They were winners last week over Tennessee, and they've got the lead here as well. They start this drive out 1st and 10.
Let's go.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That's the rookie from Washington, Rome Odunze. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a 1st down.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 44-yard line. Looking to throw. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet. And he's taken down inside the 30. 16 more on that one and another 1st down. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10. Now back to throw. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. 23 yards, the final tally.
First and goal at the 5-yard line.
Two minutes remaining in this first half of football. So 3 plays already first and goal, and they are wasting little time. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Keenan Allen with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And they are able to add on to their advantage. So this offensive unit, they were solid in the opening week victory, and now they are looking just as sharp here in week 2.
And that's exactly what you want, too, because you want to get better each and every week and really ramp up as the season goes on. I know it's still early in the season and a lot can happen, but this offense, they look like they're going to be fun to watch each and every time out.
Out is their quarterback with this offense to take over once more. He had the touchdown pass on the last drive, his second of this first half, as he'll try again on first down here. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll get started down at
well, everyone. So here are the Bears now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. And, Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, one-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just, our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side trying to match each other. Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
And this one nearly intercepted. Boy, that would have been a great time for their first pick, but instead it's third down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. On third down, he'll drop to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one goes for 24 yards.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
Back to throw again. And that, nearly picked off. Well, it would have been a great time for their first interception of the game. Instead, it's second down. They'll look to throw again. He's got it at the 15. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. 33 yards that time. That catch puts him 80 away from 1,000. He's now at 920, and 920, that ties him with Torrey Holt.
That's a great name to remember, but the number, 920, almost boggles the mind, doesn't it? You're talking about 80 catches away from 1,000? What a phenomenal achievement if he gets there, and I have no reason to believe he won't.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On the handoff, this is Swift. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Seven yards left for 2nd down. Ball at the 10. He'll drop to throw. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
Partner, for once in my life, I'll be succinct. In a one-possession game, every single stop like that could be a difference maker.
The Bears offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And we'll take you through some of the highlights here. You'll notice he had a hand in a lot of them so far. He's got this offense rolling right now. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Open man down the field. That's a Dunze. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
A gain of 34 yards. 1st down Bears.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Houston. It's Bears football, but they trail on the scoreboard as we get set to bring you the 4th quarter. They go play action here on 1st down. He's going to look for Allen now on the deep ball. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Trying to get a big strike right there and hopefully tie this game up in the late going. But the coverage was there, and this winds up incomplete.
2nd and 10. They'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And Allen's got it. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. 21 yards there on 3rd down.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. That's to Moore, and he's got it. Touchdown, Bears. A 14-yard touchdown. And the Bears are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th.
Previous play is under review.
And now remember, all touchdowns are reviewed, and in a tight game like this, they're going to take a good long look at it.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. On play action, they'll throw. Oh, Odunze wide open. It's complete. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. That's good for 28 yards.
What an intelligent play as he found open grass and uncovered quickly. A nice clutch play to move the chains. The defense, they've got to do a much better job of accounting for these shorter routes.
Back to throw. And that's out to the flat for Swift. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. DeAndre Swift. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Bears have broken this deadlock and have taken the lead here in the fourth. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to...
Gets by him, and now a little daylight. And he'll be forced out of bounds all the way down at the 25-yard line. The numbers throwing the ball have been great. He's up over 300 yards now for the game. All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10. Here's a handoff to Swift. A little second effort there on the strong run. And then drop just inside of the 20. So the Bears with a football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a score to break this tie. Here's 2nd down and 3. They'll stay on the ground with Swift. Slipped 1 tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Oh, good move. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as it comes with 1:15 left to go in the second half. Here we go, 1st and goal. They run out of the gun with Swift. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. DeAndre Swift. His 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bears answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th. The Bears offense out there set and ready to go. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be 1 kneel and then handshakes.
Let's go. Ready?
So he'll take a knee here to wrap this one up, and he's going to want to keep that game ball. He was sensational. So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears, and it took a big fourth quarter to do it, but bottom line, they got the job done.
Yeah, it is the bottom line, isn't it? A few anxious moments along the way, though, a few sweaty palms, not just for the team, but for their fans. As you mentioned, down going into the fourth quarter. How about the rally? How about the comeback? Getting it done on both sides of the ball, holding them when they needed to, and finding ways to get points when they had the football.
So for Chicago, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they'll have another road date next week with the Indianapolis Colts. Meanwhile, for Houston, they'll fall to 1-1, and they'll be off to Minneapolis next week for a look at new U.S. Bank Stadium and a date with the Vikings.